not an actionable offence. The inevitable laws of history predict the triumph of the working class.
Spare me the diatribe, Mrs. Ratchet. Your political predilections are your own affair.
Dialectical materialism teaches as an immutable truth.
Stop, I beg you. You are a radical. Your husband is a tosspot. Your progeny engaged in activities of dubious legality. None of that concerns or interests me at the moment. What is your opinion of Eldridge Whitney?
Pompous bore. Wants to impress the other boys. Fails miserably. Weak pedigree, it seems. Insults me. Perhaps it makes him feel better about himself. Pathetic sod. Another victim of the class system.
How did you return the formula to the Ministry reading room?
I've worked here 20 years, Mr. Holmes. I'm not entirely stupid. I resealed it and left it amidst the rubble on the clerk's desk.
You didn't think it strange, let alone sinister, that the seal was broken?
The seal must be broken to see what's inside. That's the point, isn't it?
Not really. Why didn't you return it to its filing box?
I couldn't find it. Mr. Pratt said it was number 5. I thought the mess on the desk would suit, and I was certain that Mr. Whitney would never notice until long after I'd gone home. He's not the most attentive clerk.
Was there anything peculiar about the document? Anything unexpected?
Now that you mention it, there was an odd brown stain in one corner. I don't know how it came to be there.
As you were friends, I'm sorry to inform you that Thomas Pratt has been found brutally murdered.
How awful. I'd wondered where he'd gone. He was kind to me, considerate. Always asked after my unlucky boy. I'll miss it.
Would it shock you to learn that Thomas Pratt was involved in the theft of the formula?
If it's true, yes. I never took him for a thief. But if you found your culprit, why are you questioning me?
I don't know why he stole it, or for whom, or who his accomplices were. I wonder if you were one of them, Mrs. Ratchet. Mrs. Ratchet has been played as a pawn, Watson, and it seems Whitney has not revealed all he knew about the formula.
That was clear from our interview. What has changed?
The lost has been found right under his nose. The formula is back at the Ministry. I may have to turn up the heat again.
Too much heat can kill, Holmes.
Perhaps a more figurative warming will serve us just as well. Return to the hunt, eh, Watson?
As you say, Holmes. Return by all means.
It seems that you have not been completely forthcoming with me, Whitney.
I've told you what you needed to know.
Hardly. You were probably on duty when the formula went missing. Now I learn that you were on duty when it was returned. Imagine the coincidence. I hate coincidence.
You can't prove that it ever left the reading room unless you know who took it or who returned it. Who was it, Mr. Holmes?
Don't make yourself absurd, Whitney. While turnabout may be fair play, you don't possess the acumen or the information to bring it off. What is the connection between Pratt's murder and the return of the formula?
There isn't one. The formula never left the office. It's perfectly sealed. Everything's in order.
All your assertions are demonstrably false. But as an ostrich has more curiosity than yourself, and because I think you actually believe them, I won't waste my time. When will you return to the ministry?
I'll toddle back after my bath. Don't bother coming down. In my official capacity, you will find me a less pliant witness than at present.
That will be a treat. I think you have forgotten that whatever its outcome, you are not blameless in this affair. Cooperation may serve your interests. I think you should get dressed, Mr. Whitney. Now.
Oh, very well. You might give the man some privacy.
What is the condition of the Dewar document, Mr. Whitney?
In my official capacity, I couldn't comment. Now, please leave. This room is restricted.
Do not pull your counterfeit rank with me, Whitney. If you entertain dreams of advancement, I suggest you assist me. A classified document has been moving in and out of your reading room under your nose.
I am innocent in all that. My behaviour has been above suspicion, and there is no proof that it ever left this room.
Certain senior ministers may feel differently. My brother certainly does. Is your position so strong that you're willing to run the risk? When did you last see Thomas Pratt?
It was the morning he reported the formula missing.
Did you ever see him in company? Men, women, lovers, etc.?
Once or twice, perhaps. A young man. We had no mutual friends.
Who from the ministry formed Pratt's circle of acquaintance?
He spoke occasionally to Lord Lawton and was overly familiar with the Ratchet woman. To others he was merely civil.
No enemies that you know of?
None. Now, why was he murdered?
If you truly don't know, you'll learn soon enough, Mr. Whitney. Now, if you please, I'd like to examine Dewar's formula.
You are not on my list, Mr. Holmes. I assure you that it is in our possession, and further, that it is in perfect condition.
Where was it discovered, and by whom?
It was located here, close by, in this room, of course. Merely misplaced, I should think.
I'm sure. I'd like to see it, handle it.
No. Threaten what you will. My minister will support me. The formula is back, if ever it left. I should think your part in this matter is at an end.
Which merely shows how little your thoughts are worth.
What is your authorization, Mr. Holmes? If you take another step into the room, you'll be charged with criminal trespass and jailed.
Is there an echo in here, Watson? This fellow needs a lesson in humility, Watson. Will you assist me?
With extraordinary pleasure, Holmes.